You can eliminate 90% of your daily e-commerce tasks in just 10 minutes to grow fast. I've been in e-commerce for 20 years, and this quick, free effectiveness exercise, originally inspired by Tim Ferriss, has consistently freed up 2 full days each week to rapidly scale my Shopify store. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact 10-minute method that's easy to apply and proven by hundreds of entrepreneurs to unlock hours of extra time so you can grow your store faster than ever. To start, let me show you why you're wasting hours and how to fix it. Jay Clark was about to open a yoga studio in Amsterdam. He flew there to do a final walkthrough of the studio, met with attorneys, and understand legal requirements for hiring people. On the flight home, he read the 4-hour workweek and instantly knew he had to cancel the yoga business. Jay did not want to be tied down to a space and wanted to run his business from anywhere. Later that year, he launched an online store, EPIS, to free himself. He valued having a lot of unpaid leave and vacations. That's the power of defining what you really want out of your e-commerce brand. When you know the purpose of your business, every decision you make flows from that mission. Jay defined his business around freedom. Hustle culture tricks you into thinking you must keep growing.
If you're not running a $10 million store, launching in retail stores around the world, waking up at 3 a.m. and cold plunging, well, listen to a mindset podcast. Are you even trying, bro?
How do you define what you want so that you can work to an exact amount of revenue and be happy with it? Answer these 3 simple questions so you don't build an online store you end up hating. Write down your answers. You've got paper beside you, right? You're doing this now, right? First, how much time do you want to work per week? Be specific. 20 hours, 40 hours. For most, 30-hour work week is a dream. Some love their brand enough to work 50. That's the awesome thing about running a Shopify brand. It's personal to you. Second, how much do you want to pay yourself from the business that's enough? Maybe you just want a standard wage to replace your current job. The median salary in Australia is $55,000 or 35,000 US. Write down what salary would make you happy. If your answer is to not panic when tapping my card at the checkout, I respect that. Last, how much revenue does your business need to pay your salary? Take your dream salary and divide it by your store's profit margin. I've seen in the guts of hundreds of Shopify businesses. A good Shopify business can generally aim for 30% margin. If your margin is 30% and you want to make $100,000, you'd need $333,333 in revenue. This gives you an incredibly clear target. If this were me, I know my online store only needs to make $333,000 in revenue while I work 30 hours per week to achieve what I want for the brand. From this, you can make decisions that actually get you there. So now that you have a clear goal that's personal to you, you can move on to the next part of the framework. When I did this step, I instantly found 5 hours of free time every week. When Christina did this, her life was changed. Christina Umares was buried in pet portrait orders. What started as a passion during the pandemic turned into a time-sucking nightmare of endless emails, revisions, and late nights.
So during COVID, I started a pet portrait business. People would purchase my listing, and then I would do a fully custom digital drawing of their pet. And I absolutely loved it. It was my first time really making money online, but I was still working my 9 to 5. And now with these sales, I was working another 5 to 6 hours after work.
Christina realized the hard truth that more sales didn't mean more freedom. Turns out it just meant more emails, more revisions, and more, can I get one with my dog wearing glasses? She made one bold move to solve this. She eliminated custom orders completely.
And then on YouTube, I heard about print on demand, which was a way for me to create more static designs that could then be print and shipped by somebody else, so that when I got an order, there was nothing I needed to do. So I started my print on demand business. And after about 8 months of working on this, I hit my first 12K profit month.
When she switched to print on demand, her revenue grew from $300 to $12,000 a month. She left her job and her work week shrank to 6 hours.
And during this time, I actually closed my custom pet product store. And 12 months after starting, I had quit my job, and it is now still to this day what I do full time.
Most people think scaling means doing more. Christina proves that sometimes the fastest way to grow brands is to do less. Let's break down how you can apply elimination to your business. You cannot eliminate what you haven't defined. So the first step is to open up your task list. I use and recommend ClickUp to manage tasks. Your task list should include every task like answering customer emails, setting up discounts, dealing with suppliers who take forever to reply, checking ad performance every 10 minutes, and pretending you understand Google Analytics. If you ever do a task or think about a task that isn't written down, you need to write it down. The biggest mistake people make here is their task list doesn't contain everything they actually do. What I do in ClickUp is create a task for the thing I'm doing right now. If it's not already in there, then always record the time and the task to track where my time goes. Brain dumping everything reduces anxiety. I think this is the simplest and greatest activity you can do to overwhelm. Everything you worry about in business can be seen in a single list, not held in your brain. Once you have everything down in tasks, the next step is to eliminate waste. As you look through your list, ask yourself these 3 questions. Does this immediately move me closer to my main business objective of making more money or saving time? If I stopped doing this, would it make a difference? Am I doing this because it's essential or just because I've been doing it for so long that I'm scared to stop? Like aggressively refreshing my Shopify dashboard every 10 minutes. You're not going to cut 90% of tasks here. What you're doing is sorting the wheat from the chaff. You're killing activities that do not create profit or give the business a competitive advantage. It's also possible you've got some addiction you can eliminate. Fixing your addiction or killing an unhelpful habit like checking your phone or playing games could unlock hours for you per day. Now that you've cut out the time wasters, it's time to get you back even more hours every week while your store grows. This tactic is used by the fastest growing brands. When online store Spy Guy launched, Alan Walton ran the entire operation from his bedroom. The business took off. Suddenly, every refund, payout, and fee became a mess to track. Transactions piled up. Bookkeeping became a full-time job. Support was a nightmare. SOPs, outdated. Product videos would be a challenge to make and get delayed. That's when they leaned on Finaloop. It auto-coded every transaction accurately. Clean, no more manual tagging. Then they used AI to save dozens of hours every month by documenting SOPs, drafting replies, even writing product scripts. These automations freed up hours every day to actually grow Spy Guy. Alan's Shopify brand passed 7 figures without running himself into the ground. How do you apply automation to your e-commerce business so you free up time and make more sales? Go through your task list and think what you can automate. That's all you have to do. You don't have to be able to automate the whole task, just something inside of it. For this exercise, you're not automating the task now, just labeling it for later, which is the adult version of I'll do it tomorrow. This is how you do the exercise in 10 minutes. The biggest mistake people make with automation is not making it efficient first. If you automate something that's inefficient, you just get quicker at doing the wrong thing. Clear systems fix inefficiency by breaking things into step-by-step tasks. Look at this system I have for sourcing UGC creators to make awesome video ads. It's very efficient. I could probably automate aspects of scripting and B-roll shots with AI writing tools, so I label it as something to automate. Here's a list of basic tasks anyone could automate. Auto pay bills, use a postal service to digitally scan your mail, build product specification templates, purchase orders to replenish inventory with manufacturers, use Shopify Flow to automate order processing to your fulfillment centers, have automated email sequences that sell for you. Use Gorgeous as your help desk to automate most aspects of customer support. Now that you've figured out what tasks you can automate, automation alone isn't enough. If you're not careful, you'll be trapped inside your business. just with different problems. I had a Shopify client, Lack of Color, who today is one of the biggest hat retailers in the world. Back in 2017, I met with co-founders Rob and Tess, who were doing good in the eyes of most people because they had a 7-figure brand, but their growth was stuck and they were stressed about what to do next. I took over their Facebook and Google ads. Their revenue doubled in the first year. I grew their revenue for another 5 years and they left the day-to-day operations completely. Rob said that working with me gave him the confidence he was looking for to be able to step back. Time is all we have in the end. Rob and Tess didn't just define, eliminate, and automate. They built a business to liberate. That's the real goal. Not just making more money, but buying back time so you can actually enjoy the success you've built. This forms a framework known as DEAL. How do you step back from the daily grind of your store to liberate? Let me show you how. Look at your list of everything you still do. Emails, ads, product launches, managing VAs. It's all there in your task now. What would break without you? Label these tasks that still rely on you as liberate. Your goal is to stop being the bottleneck. Over time, you'll build systems first, then hire the right people to take over these tasks. This takes time and work, but the less your business depends on you, the more freedom you gain. I used to measure success in revenue and hours saved. Now I measure it in school drop-offs, bedtime stories, and Saturday morning pancakes. Turns out the best investment I ever made wasn't in my business. It was in my kids. If one of your priorities is to get more new customers, the fastest way for e-commerce brands to scale is on Facebook ads. So to get more customers to your store, watch this video to learn the simple ways to get customers from Facebook ads, which is opposite to 99% of Facebook ads advice.